It's time for trigger warning.
Trigger warning! Fuck your feelings, you little snowflake! Triggerwarning.tv.
Hello and welcome to Trigger Warning. We're back after an enforced absence last week. I'm joined tonight, of course. I know, caught you out a bit there, sorry. I'm just doing it quick. I've got a thumping headache. Not gonna lie.
It's alright.
Oh, very tired. Been spending a lot of time playing shit computer games. More on that later. But I'm joined by our Graham, Mr. Showbiz.
Hey man, you alright?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm not bad. I'm tired too. We both are, aren't we?
Very tired.
Wonder why.
Very tired. And we got Cherry with us.
How do?
Our little bundle of joy. So look at
As
that
always.
little ray of sunshine sat over there. Fantastic. You doing alright, mate?
Sound? Not bad. Thank you very much.
On tonight's show, we're going to be talking a bit about Tommy Robinson. We're going to be talking a bit about Brexit and the EU, something we spoke about on the podcast, and I was on Richie Allen's show talking about. A little bit about the state of the UK as well, and about a guest that we're hopefully going to get on sometime in the very near future. So we've got all that to come in the next however long it takes. We're joined by our people in Troll Central there. Hello, we've got Fat Belly, Zug Zug, Zap, HTTR24. Hello, mate. And Crematory, Jesus, he's bald. You don't need to go to Specsavers, do you, fella? But yes, I am. Well done for noticing. Clearly we have some special people in tonight. Hello to everyone on the Book of Face. Plenty of hearts for Graham. You know, it makes him feel good, makes him feel wanted. And Lacey, you sending those special hearts. You know what I mean? And hello to everyone watching on triggerwarning.tv, where it runs with a chat as well for those that don't want to hang out on Lively, who just want to be somewhere different, being streamed from a secret channel to Trigger Warning. Right, we've done that. If you want to get in touch tonight, you can. Live at triggerwarning.tv is the email address, and your emails will be read out in the dulcet tones of Cherry and his unique interpretation of pronunciation and indeed reading. You can also contact us at Triggered TV on Twitter if you'd like, and of course on Facebook, just type away. If I don't get to any of it, I will try to later on, and afterwards we're going to open the Skype up as well, so you'll be able to Skype in. The Skype address is live at triggerwarning.tv, so just pop that in, search for us, add us, and we'll be taking some calls later if you send them. Hi Quicks, good to see you. Mike Oxmore, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's alright, I'll live through the headache, I'll struggle. Last week we didn't do a show because last Monday, I was out with my son on the playing fields playing some football, as is our one, because he was on holiday from school. And I got a call that my mother, my 80-year-old mother, fell and broke her hip at work. She won't quit work. So last week was all about that. Fortunately, thank you so much for the well wishes tonight and on the thread we put up about her. Thank you so much. She's doing really, really well. She broke her hip on the Monday. She had a new hip put in on the Tuesday, started physio on the Wednesday, was sent home on the Thursday, and now she's rattling around the place, the apartment. She has my dad with a Zimmer frame, which I think my dad's got his eye on. Might have to get him one, but with an Uga horn on it. He'd quite like that. But yeah, thank you very much. She's doing really, really well. So yeah, apologies for no trigger warning content last week, but family first, and just been so much going on that it was absolutely impossible to do. Now, looking extra pasty. I'm looking quite tanned at the moment. I've taken sun.
Yeah, you have. I don't
Not
know.
sunbathing, just being out playing football with the boy and stuff like that. It's sun.
Whoever said that needs to check the contrast, maybe, because you look pretty brown.
You do.
Yeah, I'm looking good. Fuck you. Fuck you. I look pasty 11 months of the fucking year. Give me this. I burnt my fucking head last week. Like a really fat matchstick, like a hairy lollipop. It was quite unpleasant. So tight and sore and stingy. It was just dreadful. And because I went out and did the garden as well, I got the ring of crimson, the crimson ring of doom, where your t-shirt turns into this thing with claws. In the evening, you try and levitate it like that. Oh. So yeah, it was all good fun. And my wife said, why don't you put sunblock on? So, and that's for pussies. Sunblock's for pussies.
I really avoid the sun, you know, at all costs, all costs.
I would, but my lad wants to go out. What can I do? You know, I can't say no, because I love going to the field and playing footy with him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So no, you got to. And then when your wife says do the garden, well, yes, dear. What other option is there? What other option is there?
Right.
It's just how it goes. Right, first thing, Tommy Robinson. We did a lot about him on the podcast. We spoke about it quite a lot. And one of the points we made was if anything happens to him in prison, there'd be uproar. And Graham said to me, there's no way they'd let anything happen to him in prison.
That was my feeling, yes.
They've just moved him
I know,
to a Leicester prison where 1 in 5 of the prisoners is Muslim. I don't think they're trying to keep Tommy terribly safe at the moment. And regardless of my feelings about his point of views or whatever, you know, I don't disagree with him whether grooming gangs are concerned or any of that. Actually, some guy was all over me on Twitter like, you're clearly a paedophile. It's like, no, I'm not. I just pointed out the law. And, you know, okay. But he broke the law. They've imprisoned him. Perhaps a bit harshly, but whatever. But to pop him in a prison where they know people will be screaming for his blood. I mean, he's been beaten in prison severely before. But I think they'll kill him if they get hold of him. And we said it'd be bad if Tommy got hurt in prison. If Tommy Robinson gets killed in prison, there will be riots.
Yeah, I'll hold my hands up to that. I said on the radio show, didn't I, that there's no way on earth they're going to be stupid with him now. They mishandled his arrest. There's no way they're going to play it badly. And
they moved him to the Midlands.
Yeah, just why?
It's fucking, that does stink a little bit. It's like they almost want him to be taught a lesson. I mean, he did break the law. You know, he did break the law. It's quite simple. He knew this was going to happen. But, you know, we still have a duty of care towards people who break the law. Regardless, from the worst of paedophiles to the least of, you know, people that just didn't pay the council tax or whatever. We owe them a debt of care. We have to keep them safe. We've taken their liberty. We've taken their freedom. We've taken their rights. We have... it's on us to keep them safe. And I don't think moving him to a prison where 1 in 5 people are Muslim is reasonable at all. And when I've mentioned this before, people said, oh, Muslims aren't, you know, you're just demonizing Muslims. They're in fucking prison, the criminals. They're not decent, law-abiding, normal people. They're fucking criminals. And the Muslim criminals, and they fucking hate Tommy Robinson, and they'll want to hurt him. They'll want to put a serious fucking hurt on him. And I think we're failing our debt of care there considerably. So I think, yeah, I do believe there's going to be some sort of case to answer here. But if anything happens to him, I think it's going to be ferocious what occurs after this. And there's some people on the left celebrating. Like, yeah, great, guess what he deserves. I don't think anything he's done warrants him deserving being beaten or killed in prison. And if you do believe that, you're not liberal. You are not liberal. You're not even fucking close to being a liberal. Because liberals don't believe people should be beaten to fucking death for their views. So that's my take on that at the moment. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. In a future show, we're also going to be getting, he's agreed, in principle, Raheem Kassam to come on the show. Raheem Kassam is a friend of Tommy Robinson's. He was also the editor of Breitbart UK and an advisor to Nigel Farage. So I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk to Raheem about when he's finally done with. He's travelling around at the moment, so he can't do it yet, but he's agreed fully that once he's back in the UK and settled, he's going to come on the show for us. I don't know if it'll be live or pre-recorded. We've not sorted that out yet, but I think that's going to be interesting. As ever with guests, we'll let you guys know ahead of time so you can look into him if you don't know who he is. And if you've got questions, you'll be able to send them in, and time permitting, I will put them to him. And then after that, we'll look for someone from the left. Like last time, we had Tommy Robinson And then we got Qasim Rashid. We'll try and do something quite similar to make sure we get an even voice. Because for all the people that scream about me being a liberal, and I am a liberal, I believe everyone should have a voice. You know, your opinion should not see you no platformed, unless you're openly advocating for direct harm to come to people. Then I've got a problem with it, and that includes those Antifa bellends. It's like when we got Tommy on, you know, you got that choice. It rattled around my head for ages. How do I approach this? Because I'm not an interviewer. And in the end, I decided instead of confronting everything like everybody does, why not just let the man speak? And then I copped shit for doing that, but you can't win everything, can you? And I'll hopefully get to do the same with Raheem Kassam, and we'll see what other guests we can get. Probably going to have to change the set at some point, because I think a lot of guests might be put off by the dancing midget and the dildo and the Queen's tits and the rubber doll and Steve Bannon and everything else and the vampire Hillary behind me there. And so we might have to do something with that.
I think... Oh, wrong one. I think the Bright Bar... Oh, I've just closed me as well, for God's sake. I think the Bright Bar editor might have a little bit of an issue with Bannon with a swastika tattooed on him.
Could be. So we might have to do something with that. But I think it'd be really cool to have this guy on, because he's obviously incredibly well spoken. He's very educated, and you know, it'll be very interesting. I mean, he's got a book out now called Enoch Was Right, referring to the British politician Enoch Powell with his Rivers of Blood speech. So I think he'll be very interesting. I think he was raised a Muslim as well, and then moved away from it. So I think he'd be a really cool guest. So as that comes up and it gets closer, I will let you know. Many people suggest guests. A lot of them aren't willing to come on the show, because not just because of the set, because I'm a foul-mouthed fucking buffoon as well, and people have these preconceived ideas. I
think someone from Antifa would be quite good, actually.
I'd love to get someone from Antifa on the show. I mean a real one, not someone just pulling a balaclava on.
Yeah.
I'd love an actual Antifa person. I think I would probably I'm more likely to end up in an argument with one of them than I would be someone from the far right.
Yeah.
Because I expect people on the far right to be hateful towards whoever they hate, and they rarely let me down. But I expect someone that calls himself a fucking liberal to be liberal. I fully fucking expect that, and when they're not, that annoys me more. You know, because it's like a false promise, almost. Whereas someone who's far right, they're very open about what they are and what their beliefs are.
Yeah, they're easy to box
in,
aren't
they don't say, I'm not really racist. You know, I mean, granted, Tommy Robinson didn't even have to say it, because I've never found anything racist from him. But yeah, it's that thing of we're liberals, and we don't want to let anyone speak. That's not fucking liberal at all. That's a leftist. That's an authoritarian fucking fascist. As if you have to put those two words together. It goes without saying, doesn't it? But that's quite redundant. But that's the big problem.
Well, it's the thing, isn't it? It's the by any means necessary, which is that's an extremist viewpoint. No matter where you are on the political spectrum, the second you draw a ring around it and go, this is by any means necessary, that's got dangerous connotations.
No, platforming is distasteful. HTTR24 said Raheem is not the antithesis of an Antifa fuck. No, we weren't suggesting for a moment that he was. I said I want to get someone more left-leaning to balance that afterwards. That I think that'd be cool. Then Graham pointed out it'd be great to get someone from Antifa on. There is no connection between wanting an Antifa guest and Raheem, because clearly Raheem Kassam is not the polar opposite of Antifa. And we weren't suggesting that for a moment. I wasn't...
No, that was me. I've got a personal beef with Antifa, because that's all my old mates fucked off that way and got radicalised. And that's all.
I did want to get Count Dankula.
Yeah.
But he won't give us the time of day. And I've even spoken to someone who's a personal friend of his who I apparently know, which I didn't know. Guitar guy, so it came from that. He texted him, but nothing came back. He's just not interested in us. He won't entertain us, which is a shame. I think he'd have been fun to talk to. I'd have enjoyed that. Got to say, the tattoo, I'll come and show you closer. Got it from Black Sea Tattoo Co. I've got to plug them because I fucking love this. And a lot of it was like just, you know, hand-drawn, sort of free-drawn, and fucking awesome. Black Sea Tattoo Co. He's on Facebook and things like that. If you ever think of travelling to Manchester and getting something, I would. I'm going to get the rest of it filled in over the next few months, I think. Maybe 6 months. Give myself a break. But do like that. Let's have a look here. Luton, mega shithole. Yeah. Luton was not you, sad prick. I'm sorry. Oh, someone talking about Luton. Luton has always been a shithole. What do you mean? So no, it's not. It was lovely. When? He might be Mark Wilde. He might be a full-on fucking spaz, but I think he'd have been interesting to talk to. Not just about the event itself, because that was talked into the ground and patently fucking ridiculous. But also his choice of supporters and who he hung out with afterwards. I think it'd be very interesting. We've just had Alison Chablos here in the UK found guilty of hate crimes. She did some basically anti-Semitic songs, and she's a Holocaust denier and mixes with Holocaust deniers, and she escaped prison. And I only had a problem with that case, Alison Chablos, is Holocaust deniers are despicable human beings. It's ignorance of the highest. Oh, but it couldn't have been exactly 6 million. I don't know. But a lot of fucking people were murdered in the millions of one religion, and a lot of gypsies were murdered, a lot of disabled people were murdered by the Nazis. And Holocaust deniers are scum, basically. It's a fucking stupid way of thinking. Revisionism, they act like they're uncovering something. What they're trying to do is fashion history to fit their narrative. And that's fucking despicable. However, I don't believe we should be criminalising or imprisoning them any more than we should imprison people for believing in the flat earth. Well, maybe the flat earth bit. Maybe they could do with banging up for 6 months. But I don't believe we should be criminalising opinion the way we are. And I'm terrified of what's happening with the UK. And we spoke about that on the last show a couple of weeks ago. The way the UK is going is straight down the fucking toilet. It really, really is. And we spoke about on the podcast, we've got massive police cuts. We're seeing escalations in violence. Cuts to the Crown Prosecution Service. They can't successfully try as many people. Many people are going free who really shouldn't. Health cuts, education cuts, cuts to public services, creeping privatisation. We're heading nowhere good. And the sick thing for me is we're one of the richest countries on earth. We're in, what is it, top 6? But we've only got 60 million people. So per capita, fucking amazing. We should not be having these problems in this country. But we're poorly managed. There's this politically correct mindset that's fucking terrifying. Because it's gone past politeness and into fascism. We've got cultures obsessed with the smallest percentile of the population to the detriment of the majority wherever possible. And that's not me saying we should demonise the smaller sections, but you know, equality is not putting everybody else up on a pedestal at your own expense. That's not equality. We're a million miles from that. And I don't know where the UK is heading. The Tory government, I think the last one, even tried to reclassify poverty to make it not as bad. But there's more people falling into poverty. It's disgusting what's happening in the UK. And everything's so authoritarian. And so not to miss out in the US, net neutrality is still hanging on by the skin of its teeth. They've successfully politicised it now, though. So it's become an Obama socialist idea, when of course it's nothing of the fucking sort. And the day it's cancelled, because it's still got to go through the Senate who voted against it and back and forth. But the day it was repealed, AT&T bought Time Warner Media, making them one of the largest companies that will have more of your viewing time when it comes to news and factual programming than pretty much anybody else. These are all problems. In the UK, you know yourself, if you say the wrong thing online, you got the police knocking at your door. And the EU, not to be outdone, they're doubling down. We've got Axel Voss, who is a monumental fucking pole smoker, hates the internet, fucking detests it. That's homophobic, isn't it, calling him a pole smoker in a negative sense?
He's a pole smoker.
He's a dog fucker. He's a dog fucker. I can't, you see, that's fine. I'm allowed to do that. I can't be negative about pole smoking, because I don't want to, that makes gay people evil.
I thought he said pot smoking.
No, he's definitely not a pot smoker. The EU is doubling down. They're going to kill the fucking internet. They're bringing in this thing. We spoke about it in depth on the podcast. I think the main podcast didn't get put out, did it? It was extra time. But essentially it's called the link tax. It's part of an anti-copyright, a copyright protection law, Article 13, that they're bringing in. The link tax means that you will not be able to share a link to a news article, a snippet of a news article, or a photo of a news article without the publisher being paid. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But this is so damaging.
Holy shit, dude.
What?
So, I was just Googling Article 13, EU Article 13, a picture of you came up.
Hey.
Show it.
It's the one off the Richie Allen show, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
So some publishers are right behind this. Many aren't, because they rely on traffic coming to their websites so they can get advertising income. But here's the best thing, because it's the EU, which is an authoritarian wet dream, and it really is, they fucking love authoritarianism in the EU, we can change it from within. No, we fucking can't. If a publisher says, well, actually, I don't want to charge people for that, tough shit. Publishers are being given an inalienable right to remuneration, whether they want it or not. That also means they can't release things as Creative Commons anymore if this goes through. Now, if you're thinking, well, I just won't post anything, think about this. The onus will be put on the platforms. Just cough, Cherry. Don't hold it in. You'll go through at the arse. You'll shit yourself if you carry on like that. Too much pressure. Too much pressure. Something will give. Platforms will have to either put filters on to look for these things, which means a shit ton of legitimate content is going to be blocked. I mean, a shit ton of legitimate content. Or they just have to say no one from the EU can use our platform. Because who's going to be able to afford to pay for all that? Think about how many links and memes will be finished. No more. Think about how many are posted every single day. It will change the way the internet works overnight for the worse. And it'll never stop there. It'll never stop there. Now you've got MPs talking about forcing through bills where you've got to be identifiable online, which has massive negative consequences for a lot of people who don't want to stand out and put their opinions and thoughts out there with their own name, because either, I don't want to make it sound like cowardice, because it isn't. It genuinely isn't. But they've not got the courage of their convictions to that degree. Or it could be harmful to their family. And they've got an opinion that they wish to share. You need anonymity. What if you're sharing sensitive information? You need anonymity. Yes, it's abused. Yes, there's a bunch of bullshit artists and fucking arseholes out there that hide behind it constantly. We know that. But there's bad shit with everything. Doesn't mean we have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. The internet is going to be strangled. It's clear, and it's absolutely true, that our leaders do not like the democratization of information at all. They won't control back how it used to be, when it was just the media that spoke to you directly and behaved and towed the line for the most part. And this is all happening. This is all happening. And if only I believed we were going to get a decent Brexit, I'd feel a lot better about it. Shame for everyone on the continent, but life's hard. But I still am not very confident that we're even going to get Brexit in this country at this point. At least not to any meaningful degree that will see us free of the EU. I wish it were otherwise. G.I. Joe says, kiss the neck goodbye. This is rampant communism. And in the States, rampant capitalism is going to kill it as well. Because if you think corporate censorship is going to be any better, it's not. It really isn't. Internet was too good for us anyway. I'd still like it. I'd still like to keep it. HTTR24 says we won't toe the line. You won't have a choice. What do you think you can do? Truthfully, if net neutrality fails, then within 5 to 10 years, the internet will be practically unusable for anything that's transgressive or different. It'll be like cable TV. If the European Union get their way, everyone in Europe's just going to have basically an authorised feed put to them. What are you going to do? I genuinely don't know what you can do. Lol banana fuck, the bright spark. Blank laptop, proxy, VPN proxy, Onion network, freedom. To do what? There'll be no fucking websites waiting for you, you fucking idiot. Why don't people think, oh, I'll just get a VPN? To what? The sites will be put out of business because they've been shoved on a shitty slow lane and they can't afford exorbitant fees at the likes of Facebook. Yeah, use your VPN and surf Facebook anonymously. You fucking mega hacker, you. Think. Everything has massive consequences. HCTR24 says, once the government take control, it's bio time. It's not as simple as that, dude. You can't turn this into your political wet dream. Capitalism needs to be tempered by an amount of socialism in terms of care. It works quite well. Rampant capitalism, unabated, doesn't work. You can't impose the rules on it that would make it work because they lobby the fuck out of the government. Why do you think you're going to get to shoot sleeping fucking bears again in America? It's not because everyone thought that'd be really good for bears. You know, just lobbyists fuck everything up. Ban lobbyists. That'd be the best thing. The US would be fucking mighty again if they banned lobbyists. That'd be fucking amazing. Slippery Pickle says, use the Tor network. Again, to do what? What are you going to go and look at anonymously? Do you not understand that still runs on the pipes that the corporations have control of? There'll be nothing to see at the end of it. There will be nothing, because net neutrality, all it means is every packet of information must be treated equally. That's why you get to enjoy shit like that. Once they can discriminate between packets of information, shit they don't like can be gone. Gone. That's what net neutrality protects. It's not about government intervention, government telling you what to see, what to look at. There's no amount of oversight in that regard within net neutrality. But hey, you know, if you wanna take it as, you know, a fucking political argument and use it to play sides, you just fill your boots. We need bear hunting to cull the population. Same with deer and hogs. Yeah, that's why you got to kill them when they're asleep. Go and get your rocks off killing animals. It's for the good of the animals. You know, you could just not go and move where the animals live, but you know, I do know animals have to be culled. I get it. You know, just maybe not while they're asleep. Maybe not with a bow and fucking arrow. Well, gets me that people go out and hunt animals with bows and arrows, talk shit about the Chinese for skinning them alive in the middle of the street or whatever. Can't do that. Because if you're shooting things with a bow and arrow and you're telling me you get a kill shot every time, full of shit. Full of shit. Just means you enjoy killing, which is your business. It's legal. Nothing to do with me. Just means you enjoy it. That's how you get off. I understand. It's fine. Net neutrality is step one to fascism, says a guy who clearly doesn't understand net neutrality. As much as I enjoy HTTR24's contributions, and he calls himself, I think, more of a centrist, you're failing. You don't understand net neutrality. You clearly read some headlines about it on sites that appeal to you politically. You don't understand it. I'm sorry, you just don't. Same way if you spoke to me about particle physics, I wouldn't really understand it. Difference is I wouldn't pretend to give an informed opinion on it. You think you get a kill shot every time with a gun, lol. No, crematory, I don't. But I don't go out and shoot things, so it doesn't matter.
Despite my best efforts to encourage
Graham's desperate for me to get a shotgun for some reason. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that.
Change everything, man.
Well, maybe in the future we'll pick one up. Pick a trigger warning shot. It's a bad name.
Get the logo on it. Get the logo on it.
Oh, sorry. He's a libertarian conservative, which apparently means I read headlines.
Ah, well.
Yeah, I read headlines and come up with an informed opinion from headlines. The original clickbait. Doesn't understand net neutrality. It's such a shame that people have turned that into this conservative liberal thing, and it's no such thing. It's such a shame that you don't understand the concept of it beyond your own narrow political vision. It really is a pity, dude. At least go away and research it properly. Look into the intent of it and what it could do and what its oversight was and what its reach was. Look into it. Because I guarantee without it, it's fucked. The corporations will fuck everyone. And they will, because they have to, it's maximize profits. Fuck your interests. Fuck your packets of information. It doesn't work. And everyone that gives me this capitalism argument says things like, well, there'll be competition, but there won't be competition. Who's going to open up in competition against AT&T, who now own Time fucking Warner Media? They're not. It's a pipe dream. Makes as much sense as communism. It might work in your head, never works in reality. But because that's your belief, you've now boxed yourself off into believing that only that can work, and this is what it is. And it's a shame. It's such a shame. My wishful thinking and good intentions will be exploited, says the man who has enjoyed the benefit of an internet where packets of information are not discriminated against. It was only protected by net neutrality in the States when it became under threat. But you don't understand that. And it's funny that you think my good intentions and my naivety when it comes to how this shit works. Not blowing myself. I've been one of the guys that's helped keep LiveLeak online for 12 fucking years in an increasingly hostile and hard to monetize environment. Not me on my own. If it was just me on my own, it'd have gone fucking 11 years ago. So, yeah, kind of maybe I do have a deeper insight into this than you, politics aside. Maybe you could go and read into it, but you go and read into it. Internet Bill of Rights. You can fuck right off with that. He said enough attention. There's only too much fucking stupidity on a topic I can deal with. The word is in the US, corporations refuse to upgrade the internet with net neutrality in effect, yet continuously upgraded the internet. Because it's where the money is. So they'd have continued regardless. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They just want to give you less for more. Because that increases profitability. Do you really think... No, in fact, don't you? Fuck it. I might be going down this road because it's been fucking turned into this childish political argument that makes no sense. Cherry, do we have any emails, sir? I need to stop talking for a minute.
We've got one from Aphid Lip, sorry. Bit of flattery. You dudes look better each week anyway, and fumbled together a little show today. I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a plug today.
Always plugs for all shows that go on lively. Aphid Lip show will be coming up after our show. It is fun, it is cool, it gets lively because you should definitely watch it.
We've got one of Fran as well. Remember Paul, Visitor Paul?
Yes.
Remember Candid Iniquity?
Yes.
The female guitarist Fran.
Hello, Fran. You're a brilliant guitar player.
She's fucking mint, isn't
she? She's a brilliant guitar player.
She played Bloodstock Festival a while back as well.
Fantastic. What's the email, or is it just hello?
It was just saying, hello, you look so cool, you should be in a band.
That ship sailed fucking years ago. Well, I was playing guitar today, actually. So, I had half an hour to myself to play guitar. That's when you didn't see me on Elite Dangerous on the PS4. I actually got to bust the guitar up properly, and I realised that my chops are a little out of shape. So I was trying to play all this brutal metal stuff, and by the end of it, my forearm was fucking burning. Jesus Christ. Wanking doesn't help, apparently.
Oh, really?
Apparently it doesn't help you with guitar techniques. Otherwise, I'd be fucking Ingve Malmsteen by now.
I'd love that now. If I went home and got my bass out, it was I'm better than I've ever been. I've touched it for 2 years.
Just keep been pulling the head off it.
Yeah.
Doesn't work like that, sadly.
Little faces.
Any more emails there, Cherry?
There is. It's probably one you'll have to get to have a look at later on. It's a bit long and drawn out.
Okay, make them simple, Jen. Go easy on it.
Yeah. It's going to take me a while to read that.
Pictures. pictures.
Memes, preferably.
How are we doing on the social media, Graham? We've not spoke to them all evening.
No, and in fact, there's been so much now, I couldn't possibly catch up with it all. But we had a lot of love off Honeybee, Bob Stew, Natalie as well. Said good evening. What the fuck has happened to Graham's hair? There's a few comments about Tommy Robinson. Careful not to drop the soap and all that stuff and the usual.
I don't think they'll fuck him.
No, the usual F Muslims and all that other nonsense. We've got Mr. Kill C1 and Toilet Rage watching on the Trigger Warning website and they're saying hi. Everyone's chatting on there.
Mr. Kill C1, he genuinely is always like.
He's always on it, man. Good man, good man. Paul has said, guys, thanks for your work. Oh, actually, no, I'll
Bob Stew as well. Gotta give you a call. Sorry, give Bob Stew a shout out.
Yeah,
he's always there and always giving us a push as well.
I did read his thing out, didn't I? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Mark said, I'll do as well. Bless your little face. Toilet Rage asked if I've been for an interview. My face looks washed. No, there's just not hair around. I do look younger though. My dad said that to me the other day. No, was it yesterday? I don't know.
Clearly you're not fucking younger because it's going, isn't it?
Yeah, my head's... Oh, God,
yesterday. I've found words falling out my head. I think it's early onset Alzheimer's.
John said that you're looking like a bit of a meathead with the tattoos.
I don't know what a meathead is, but okay.
This is another... I know you're kind of done with HGTR, but it's on another thing. It's the UK police should stop spending resources on non-criminal hate speech.
Yes, they should. I agree completely.
I thought again with me. I thought Graham was pissing about with a bald cap. No, we. Did you not see the beginning of the last?
You know what? That was so funny the other week.
I don't think they watched the beginning.
I had to stop myself from laughing. It was fucking brilliant.
Go and watch the start of last week's Trigger Warning.
The week before.
The last one we posted there. But yeah. So common law is people. Flesh and blood. Birth certificate is a blonde of the stock market. Maritime law. Yeah. Oh, right.
Step away.
Yeah.
Step away. That shit'll get deep really quick.
Yeah. No, it's just talking about the fact that
I did Richie Allen's show, okay?
Yeah.
And we spoke predominantly about Article 13, as you can imagine. But also we spoke about how you've got to be able to disagree with people, even if you're completely at odds with them. Like HTTR 24. I'm still glad he's here with his opinion. That's very different to mine because I like hearing that. That's what you need. Well, it's important. It's the only way you can grow. Even if you know someone's wrong or incorrect or you don't agree, you disapprove, you should still be able to take it on board and try and see where it comes from. So I said, as an example to Richie's chemtrails, Richie believes that they're spraying heavy metals and poisons down to us. I think it's bollocks. I think that the chances of commercial airliners doing any such thing is patently ridiculous. But half an hour was Article 13, that was 2 seconds. I got more comments because I said chemtrails were bollocks than I did about Article 13. We care about the wrong fucking things. It's like if I mention flat earth on Twitter, there's always some fucking Nimrod. Well, how do you know it's round? Because it's fucking spherical, it's the earth, it is.
The great hater.
And then they have to tell me Australia doesn't exist. See how bad that makes my head hurt? Just thinking about that.
Yeah.
So where'd you go on holiday? It's another country they take you to with actors.
All right. So where?
That makes me cross. So, some of them believe that.
So there's an Australia, but it's not where I think it is.
There's no such thing as Australia. It's a pretend place, and they have actors.
And the seasons are different there.
That's where Einstein came from, though, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, young Einstein, Australia. Do you remember that film?
I mean, I've been in Australia and I've
top contributions to the conversation. Well done. I salute you, sir. Pop culture reference, good.
But I was there in July, getting Christmas songs in my head because the weather was cooling and stuff. So
you weren't in Australia.
I was in another place that's climate
somewhere
controlled.
Else. You just confused. And they also tie in with God quite often as well. They enjoy that.
Natalie wants a trigger warning shotgun, by the way. She's really busy tonight on her Facebook. She's been chatting loads.
I've seen Natalie around for a while. She must have been busy in real life, which is very strange. You need to put a stop to that.
Disgraceful.
Get a PS4 and Elite Dangerous.
Reed's sending you a lot of thumbs as well. There you go. Loads and loads of thumbs.
For Fat Belly as well, I am Groot. This is what he's just asked for.
My lad's desperate for me to get more tattoos. Because I am going to get somewhere. I've got more planned for here and some of this arm in other places. But my lad's like, no, don't stop there, Dad. Get your neck done in your head. I'm like, I don't know about that. Well, especially because I'm like restructuring my entire fucking life at the moment.
Yeah.
Moving away entirely from one type of business and going into something new that I wish I could fucking talk to you about now. It's not related to the internet or live leak, but I'm so fucking excited about it. But it's guns or fireworks? Fireworks. But it's a long way off at the moment. But you know, you're doing all these things, and I'm thinking that maybe tattoos on my head might not help. Probably an Indian wedding or something around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
There was a shooting in Ashton-under-Lyne, wasn't there?
On my old street that I used
that
to
last
fucking
night?
live on, yeah.
So they dragged the guy out of his house and shot him 4 times. And they're like, we're not sure of the motive. I'm going to suggest...
I only moved off that street a few years ago.
I'm going to suggest he's a fucking wrong-un. Because in this country, no one goes into innocent people's houses, drags them out and shoots them 4 times.
From experience, living on that street, that is probably exactly the reason why.
Nah, he's a wrong-un.
Yeah.
He's a fucking wrong-un. Any more emails there, Cherry?
Yes, we have. We've got a question from Slippery Pickle.
Oh.
Hayden, are you digging the new path North Korea is taking now and this positive progress by Trump?
Right, let's get the Trump part out of the way with first. I am a critic of a lot of what Trump does. However, if this pans out, I will not use everything else I dislike that he does to beat him over the head with this. If this works out, he will have done something fantastic. So, I will give him every prop for doing that. Not that it matters what the fuck I think, but I will. However, I do have some issues, you know. Saying that Kim Jong-un is a great guy who loves his people. That's some kind of tough love he's got for his fucking people. And also, they've not extracted any promise from North Korea that the United Nations hasn't extracted from them for the past 15 years. I also remember when Obama said he would talk to him if the chance arose. He got fucking slaughtered. So it's a double-edged sword on this. However, if it does pan out, it does bring North Korea to the table. They open up. Their people aren't starving, being sent to fucking death camps and all the shit we know happens there. Then you know what? Every fucking respect due for this to Donald Trump. Every respect due. How can you not? Doesn't mean I agree with everything else he does, because no one's able to compartmentalise fucking anything these days. He also doesn't undo the shit that he does. But you can't take away that if this pans out, Donald Trump will have managed something many others have failed to do. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. And I hope it does work. How could I dislike Donald Trump to the point that I hope there is not peace? That would be really fucking strange. And the people that say that are really strange. You know, my dislike of a politician, it's very rare I ever find a politician I like. And if you've watched this show for a while, you'll know that's true. That comes from the fucking heart. I could not dislike one to the point where I would take away a great achievement from them. So I was going to use a different thing, but now that won't work because everyone will get too excited about saying that. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. If this works, all fucking major props to him. I don't know if it's going to be any different to the promises extracted. I do think the US has made concessions to him without getting very much in return. But maybe that's how this has been opened. Maybe this is how this works. Maybe it will work. And it seems there are a lot of people that want it to fail just so they've got yet another stick to beat Trump with. Forgetting that if this fails, an entire population remains under the most oppressive regime on earth. I'd rather see Trump succeed. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't everyone?
Yeah, man, 100%. I know. There's a weird thing at the moment where it's cutting off your nose to spite your face, isn't it? Bill Mann, I really like Bill Mann.
Cutting off other people's noses.
Yeah. Well, Bill was saying he hopes there's a recession so that the votes go against him. It's like, wait, you do realise that what a recession is, don't you? That's people losing their job. That's the economy shrinking. That's
people dying.
Why would you want that to fuck Trump? It's people not being able to get healthcare and all that. It's like, you fucking serious, man? And I like Bill Maher. I do. I really enjoy his stuff, but fuck off.
We've already ascertained that Trump's getting a second term anyway.
Oh, Trump's winning 100%. At this point, it is a miracle that's going to get a Democrat.
And we also believe that it would be best, regardless of what Mueller pulls out or anything, that he remains till the end at least of his term anyway.
100%, yeah.
Because removing him from office, even if deservedly so, would probably be a terrible fucking idea.
Well, look at this shit that's happening here because of Tommy Robinson. Yeah. Right,
imagine
just from his arrest.
Trump.
Yeah, that's you're multiplying that by 1,000, man. Like in terms of the unrest and yeah. No, he's got a service term.
Got any emails there, Cherry?
No.
Get some emails in live at triggerwarning.tv. My head is fucking splitting now. How are we doing on social media?
Well, I'll tell you this, man. The hearts are currently outnumbered by the likes, so none of you are getting anything read out until the hearts are doing a bit fucking better.
Send an email in. I'll read it out for you.
It is like 10-5 on the hearts to likes at the moment. That's a disgusting ratio. I'm not having it. Ernesto said sup, Callie. I don't know what that means.
Ernesto Trump.
Oh, sup Nesto. Sorry, I haven't. It's Callie and Ernesto were saying hello to each other on the chat. There you go. Sorry, I didn't. Nick said good evening and all the rest of it. Natalie said yes. She's been back to normal life, but she's pissed now. So
well done.
She's back to us.
It's the best way to be. Now is the perfect time to make some important life choices.
Nick has also said that whilst the pilot is flying the plane, you hope they will land safely. You don't shoot them because you don't like other things they have said and done. Yeah. Which, you know what, I'd apply it to a lot of fucking things.
Oh, man. Yeah, a hell of a lot of things.
Let people do the job regardless of their opinion. It's ridiculous. A good friend of mine the other day said something that I considered deeply racist. Deeply racist. I'm not going to go into the specifics or the details, but I'm not going to not talk to him and I certainly don't want him to lose weight for it, but we just keep talking and go through it.
I've got friends that hunt. I've got friends that do a lot of things I'm opposed to, but it's not about the character. And, when people compare Trump to Hitler and things like that, it's, cause even jokingly, I said earlier, if Trump does one good thing, well, Hitler was good to dogs. Yeah. It was a joke, though, because too many people compare them really as if, how can you do that? How can you seriously compare Trump to Hitler? Because he's a Nazi, but he isn't. And it's fucking ridiculous to say that he is.
Do you remember that idiot on Facebook the day of the election, the day he got going, people are killing themselves because of this, and it's like, it's just happened. If literally as it goes, ding, Trump won, you kill yourself, then fucking hell, the world's better without you, man.
Anyone that fucking killed himself because Trump was elected, the world will not miss them. Their immediate family might, and even that's debatable. Yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous.
Bob's asked you a question. Bob Stewart said, should I shave my head? My hair is halfway down my back, but I have a bald patch.
No. Yeah. Skull it. Skull it, that motherfucker.
Devin Townsend, dreadlocks.
Can't live without that. Yeah. No, dreadlocks, straight.
No.
Like a wizard.
I was going to go skull it or shaved, wasn't I?
Yeah. So let that bit go, but keep the rest long. It look fucking mint. Let's have a look here. I have blue eyes like Hitler, says Rely on Earth.
Did he have blue eyes? I didn't even know that.
No.
I don't know, I've never seen a colour.
His birthday's 4/20, that's why it never
gets...
Yeah, that's why it never gets... That...
You pot-smoking Nazi bastards.
Yeah. So sue me.
So on Hitler's birthday is an unofficial national holiday.
I fucking love that. We're pot smokers, though. Yeah. It's 4/20, less like yesterday and fucking tomorrow.
Like every day.
Yeah,
twice a day.
It's a special fucking day.
It's just an excuse to get what you need to do done.
HTTR24, I get called a Nazi as well because people are racist on Live League. I got pummeled with that the other week on social media. Because there are people on Live League who are racists, I must be racist. And you can't tell people, well, it's not about what I think or feel. That's not what Live League is. That's not what a platform should be. it's you know, it's never run along my personal choice or any other guy's personal choice. It shouldn't be like. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. People are. It's this identity politics bullshit. It's so polarized now. It's unbelievable. It's just making people fucking stupid.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's turning people into fucking idiots. You know, you support Putin, and I someone said that to me once. Come here. I played them the trigger warning episode where I said Vladimir Putin fingers dogs. He's, you know, ex-KGB fucking thug, corrupt, dreadful. Ah, you're still a Putin supporter. You're just saying that. Okay, you're mental. Didn't know. My bad. I'll walk away from that one. Like any time that people ask me, well, what about the protocols of the elders of Zion? Laters. Laters. You just don't get involved with those people because there's no point. They're touched.
Yeah.
Fucking mental.
I think the worst.
Here we go, said no racist on live leak, lol. I'm not sure. Don't know if he was listening. Someone said no, you're racist because you're white and bald. And a gammon.
A gammon, yeah. Overcooked gammon tonight.
That's it, yeah, well done. I should come with a fried egg on me, shouldn't I? Possibly a pineapple.
I'd really like that. Just a fried egg on top of your head. I think that'd be a really good image.
Placed.
But just looking dead happy. Embracing it like Buddy Jesus.
I'll talk to the wife. I'll give her a call and we get an egg on the go for when I get home, and she'll go, fuck off. It's fucking midnight.
Chuck it in the fridge for me. Don't ask any questions.
Fry it up, pop it on a plate, put it in the fridge. Just crack on with it. Apparently, you're not doing a Game Face show next week, are you, because of the World Cup?
Is it next week or the week after? I don't know. There's definitely a Thursday where I'm not going to. Yeah, we could film a bit. Oh, well, why don't we watch the game actually?
Well, yeah, that's what we can't watch it here.
Yeah. I'm like, let's watch it. Let's film.
Let's make a film. Or should we have a beer and watch the match?
Should we watch the match? Yeah.
Or film us having a beer and watch.
Yay.
See, it's why I'm on the big box, dude. Always thinking. Always thinking.
Wait a minute.
I bring my PS4 as well.
Yeah.
How many controls you got?
Fuck you guys. I said I'll bring my PS4.
What are you doing? Shut up!
What a strange question. What a bizarre question.
I'm entertaining myself.
Oh, here we go. Billy Kiddo 5. Sorry. Why isn't the Trigger team knocking heads getting Tommy TF out of prison because he broke the fucking law and he got sentenced to prison time? The head of the show, we mentioned what we think's right and wrong about this. The fact is he did break the law. Some people don't like that because it goes against, again, their politics, their idea of what the law should be. Get the law changed. If you don't like it, get it changed.
The fuck is knocking heads mean in this context as well?
Maybe he wants me to go out and punch someone until they let Tommy out of prison. I don't know if it works like that.
I'll throw a fucking cone at a horse.
Yeah.
You know, like,
my favourite from the Tom... Oh! All those patriots that went out to protest to Tommy Robinson. Obviously, the news cameras focus on the worst of them. These are people that call themselves patriots. English patriots. Giving Nazi salutes. Hard to be an English patriot and give Nazi salutes. But one guy in particular who was videoed giving Nazi salutes was collared by the police and then proceeded to cry. That was wonderful. Almost as good as the Tommy Robinson demonstration in Leeds a couple of weeks ago, which happened on a Thursday. And yet, remarkably, a load of people managed to get a day off work for that. I can't imagine any other reason they'd have been there on a Thursday afternoon. Must have all got a day off work, all those guys.
Yeah.
With haircuts like mine and tattoos.
Well, here's the thing with those. The problem is that if you're talking about issues of free speech, it's a fucking serious thing. But the argument is being painted badly. You know, it is being abused terribly by people on the far right. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So when you talk about free speech, people think you're trying to defend. It's the same bullshit that Antifa are doing on the other side. You know, it's exactly the same nonsense. You know,
people, if you're anywhere near the middle, you're basically easy pickings to say you're left or right. And so when people call me a liberal as if it's an insult.
It gets me, you just can't have an opinion and that and talk about it.
But what makes me laugh is how is being liberal a bad thing? Well, because you'd vote for Hillary. No, I fucking would not. No! Liberal, not stupid. So you'd vote for Trump? No! Who would you vote for? I'm not American. I don't even know who to fucking vote for in my own country. I don't know who to vote for because they're all shit. They're all shit. Every last fucking one of them.
We need another Tony Blair, don't we? Come back and sort
Joe says Hayden loves his muzzies. I don't hate Muslims. I'm sorry. I don't hate Muslims. I don't hate Jews. I don't hate Christians. Don't hate atheists. Don't hate Buddhists. I don't hate any group of people based on something as inconsequential as what God they worship. Do I hate people that try and put those beliefs onto others forcefully? Oh, with a passion. With a passion. And we did all this last time. Do I believe there's a problem with Muslim grooming gangs? Yes. Oh, but there are white grooming gangs and white rapists. Yes, there are, because the white people are in the majority in this country. There are going to be some of them. But we do have a problem with Muslim grooming gangs. And seeing as they predominantly target white girls, and not just any colour girls, I'm going to have a guess there's a cultural, religious, racist meaning to that. And that's a problem for me. Not because they're Muslim, because they're using that belief in their culture to fucking rape kids and pass it off as okay. That's what I have a problem with. I can't hate all Muslims. Because the majority of ones are deep. I mean, I don't know. I'm not one of these people who says some of my best friends are black. They're not. But I don't hate all black people because of some black people. I can't do that. I'm not wired like that. I don't think like that. You know, you can look at some groups of people like ISIS and I can say they're fucking detestable animals. But I don't solely drop that on the fact that they're Muslims. Because let's face it, they're shit Muslims anyway. But I don't base it on that. That will be a part of it. And their interpretation of it and their use of it is filthy and disgusting. But it can't make me hate all Muslims. If the actions of groups of people made me hate entire groups of people, who would be left not to hate? I can't think of anybody. You know? But if you want to hate Muslims, then you fill your fucking boots. It's none of my business what you love, don't love. I don't know what your daily interactions with them are. But the funny thing about race war, but also there's an element to the Muslim religion, HTTR24, that does clearly state about following the rules of whichever land you're in. So it's which you pick and choose, isn't it, and how you interpret things. And you make these absolute statements like that a Muslim guy be sat here going, oh, I don't fucking know about that. I pay my taxes and go to work and don't do anything against the law. These absolute statements are what create the divides that make it possible for us to have more extremists on both fucking sides of this. And you can't make these absolutes. It doesn't work like that. There's no absolute answer. There simply isn't. And if someone suggests a final solution to them, you're not a patriot. Because our country's fought against shit like that, you know? Very tricky. Very tricky. Do you hate the UK for trampling your freedom of speech? They haven't trampled mine. I say absolutely everything I want to say. Do I hate them criminalising the speech of others? Yes, I do. Deeply. I think it's abhorrent. Hayden, would you stomp on Anjem Chowdhury with your Doc Martens? I wouldn't physically abuse anyone that wasn't threatening me or my family directly. I also don't own Dr. Martens because I'm not paying £120 for some boots made fucking abroad. I'm not a fucking idiot. Yeah, I've not worn Doc Martens for about 20 years when they used to cost like 20 quid. I don't want to, I don't know, I don't want to beat anyone to fucking death. Anjem Chowdhury's a dreadful twat. He really is. He's a dreadful human being. But he's in prison now, so fuck him. You know, not my problem. Tex, can you post a video of Z gas the Jews pug and get away with I8T? I have no idea.
No, that could be in it.
I think Tex has been huffing the petrol again.
Yeah.
Before he's come on the show, though. Or maybe it's butane today. It's nearly the weekend.
Spray paint. He's got like a pink face.
Take the top off the butane can. Oh yes. Then the deep voice. And off on the nod.
That smells like right bean.
Let's have a look here. Hate only serves to burn inside you. Murder is far more efficient. But if your head wasn't burnt to a crisp, you would be nicer, H. I'm nice. Why aren't I nice? I'm nice. You can't even spell your first name properly. Eoin. Fucking. Eoin. I don't fucking understand. I don't know what Tex is telling me to try. I dread to think. Petrol, butane, bath salts. Well, whatever does it for you, dude. I don't know. Guys, do you know what? It's 11 o'clock. We're out of here. We're out of here. Someone asked for a close-up of my tattoo. I think it's on my Twitter feed. I think it's on my Twitter feed. There's one.
Followers.
Did me well on Instagram. I've got followers on Instagram. I don't know why. I don't know why. Guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. It's been very enjoyable. Graham, thank you for running the... You look shocked. What's up? Are you yawning?
I was yawning, yeah. Because I'm exhausted, so as soon as you were like, do, I was like, ends in sight. He's not going to come to me again. I'm not going to have to talk again, so I'll let the yawn out.
You got to say goodnight to everyone, you ignorant
yeah,
prick.
I know, yeah.
Tex says sleep on it. I don't understand, Tex. Your words did not make sense put together in sentences. They didn't. I can sleep for a month and not reach that level of fucking idiocy to be able to understand what you wrote. Work on it for next week. Write it down with your hand before the petrol and the gas and the crack and the bath salts. Before all that, and Tex, if you're Texan, I guess before you fuck your mate in a tent, because I know not that there's anything wrong with that. If that's your thing, just make it consensual. Wear a rubber. It's fine. After you've done all that, write it down again, and we'll have another good go at it, and I'm sure it'll be great. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Genuinely appreciate your time. Perhaps a little more than you even realise. Thanks everyone on Facebook, everyone watching on triggerwarning.tv, those sneaky little buggers that found it on YouTube, and of course, my people, without whom I don't even like doing these shows. Troll Central, you guys fucking rock. You always do. Thank you so much, guys. We'll be back on Tuesday night live on Cogent Radio and triggerwarning.tv/live with Trigger Warning Radio, where myself and Graham get a little more in depth. Stop doing that with your tongue, dude. That's really horrible. That's like pseudo creepy sexual pedo-y sort of thing. I don't
He's
like
smiling while he's doing it at you as well.
Did the mask slip
the mask
for a
slip there. What a fucking lizard people over there. But we're back with that Trigger Warning Radio, which is live at 10:30 p.m. UK time on Cogent Radio and triggerwarning.tv/live. And we will be back here next Thursday. Fuck the World Cup. We're going to be right here doing this with you guys, and I really look forward to it. Until then, have a great week and go and watch Aphid Lip's show now.